Okay, welcome back. This is the second half of my any percent tutorial. Um, so now that we're at Lumafly Lantern, we are going to get to the end of the game. And again, I'm not going over boss fights. This is just the movement. I will link Fireborn's tutorial in the description if you want to learn the boss fights. So let's learn the movement. So we're by Lumafly Lantern. And we're gonna hit escape and dash left. Then dash on the ground 3 times, and enter. In here, we're just gonna get on the elevator. It doesn't really matter when you dash off the elevator as long as you just dash somewhat soon, because we still have to do a bit of walking to get to here. Then again, all the stags are 1 down. And let's enter Crystal Peaks. So this room will take a bit of practice. I'll show it. I don't know if I'm gonna show it twice. I don't think it really needs to be shown twice, but this is how the room works. Sometimes that second one of the two can hit you to RNG. If he does, just continue the room exactly the same way, and you can pogo off of him instead of doing that wall jump at the end. But overall, just practice that room the way I showed it there. It's not too difficult once you get it down. On current patch, it's super annoying, but luckily we're on 1-2-1, so... do another quick toll here, and then instantly go. You can wall cling storage if you instantly go after the quick toll. I waited too long there, but you can actually chain the wall cling storage all the way to the transition if you perfectly jump after each wall cling storage. So mini hop here. And this room is pretty straightforward. It's just a lot of dashing. And then I'm on a safe state here and show you Pogax. So this next room is Pogax. This is the fast way to go through the room. This is saved, I don't know, 2 to 3 seconds. There's one RNG pattern out of like a lot that will completely screw you, and there's nothing you can do, and you just miss. So if you don't want to deal with Pogax, you can just go to the left, but I'm going to show the Pogax first. I think pretty much every top runner does this. And that's the fast way through the room. The setup, I can explain it real quick. So after you go up here, you're gonna jump 1, 2, 3, and then you're just gonna jump to like a decent height and then dash to the right. And as soon as you see him going to throw the axe, you dash off the wall and go for it. So, and you can dash here into this wall, like when you get up to here, to make it easier so that you don't have to worry about timing the wall jump. Anyway, so I will now show the slower way to go through the room, which doesn't involve Pogax. It's way less risky. It's also a bit of RNG because this guy can be either on the left or right, which is annoying. But yeah, I don't actually know if it's faster to turn around and go to the right if he's on the left. But either way, you just want to hope he's on the right. And then fireball this guy twice and go up. Again, I don't really do that version because I always do Pogax, so I'm not super experienced with that, but that's generally how you want it to go. So this next room is called God Pixel Room or God Cycle Room. I'm going to show you the movement I do. It's the fastest movement to get through the room. And that's what it looks like. So to explain this room a little bit more, there's a couple options you have. I'm just going to explain this one because this is, if I went over every option, we'd be here for like a million years. But basically, what you want to do is make sure you wait a bit. If you instantly wall jump here, you're going to hit that guy. So make sure you wait a bit on the first jump. Then go up high enough, and then once you get to here, you're gonna dash and delay this pogo a bit so that you fall before you pogo and dash onto this wall. Then after you dash onto this wall, you're gonna wall jump here, wiggle up again to get onto the next wall, and that's a bit faster so you can get up to this top guy. Like that. And then you're gonna try to dash off this wall. And there's, to explain this here, there's actually a tiny gap in the hitboxes between this guy's laser and his hitbox. And this is the hitbox we're trying to squeeze between. I think I'm properly positioned for it, but the key turned around the corner, but I was in the correct position. It shows it again, whatever. But you saw it in the initial version. It's possible to get actually under this right guy. We call it dog cycle only because it's God backward. This has always been God pixel or God cycle on the left, because we go to the right. So I don't recommend it. I've never actually hit it before. It was found by Cetic. But yeah, I'm not gonna really go over that. Anyway, the other movement, if you don't like this wiggle version, which is the faster version, you can also choose to do this. And yeah, that's that when you poke this. Yeah, so anyway, this next room has 3 main options. I'm gonna go over each one real quick and explain the benefits of each one and the non-benefits of one of them, because one of them is just bad, and you should never do it. So the first one is the main one most people do, which is damage tank this guy, and then you wall jump 4 times and go up. Then that. The next one is the fastest one, which saves about 0.1 over the last that I just demonstrated. And this requires a wall boost. I will link in the description a tutorial on how to wall boost, and explaining how exactly it works. But it's basically just the concept of turning around your dash in the middle of by wall jumping in the middle of it. And you need this tech to do this version. So I'll have a link to that in the description. And that will do this damageless, and it saves about 0.1 as well. Then the third version is the damageless version without the wall boost, which is just slower than both of these. I recommend, unless you're on like 2 health, to do this, to just do the damage tank version at least if you're not going to do the wall boost. And also, it's worth mentioning that the wall boost you can do on either the left side or the right side. It doesn't matter. I'd like to do it on the left side because I think it makes it easier for me. So this is the damageless version without the wall boost. And this is just slower than both. But if you are on 2 health and you don't know how to do the wall boost, that's what you should do. For this room, you're just going to jump, wall jump off there. If you miss that wall jump, just dash to the right wall and keep going. Then this room is pretty difficult. What I like to do is cancel inventories earlier so that I don't accidentally hold them too long. Then dash here, then inventory drop this. Try not to hard fall. That is all there really is to the room. It just takes a bit of practice with the timing. So this last room is the last room in Crystal Peaks before we get Crystal Heart. It's actually a lot easier than it looks because there's only one thing we have to really worry about. So this is foam on the ball, which you can do. Then we damage tank this. And you just go. The only laser we have to wait for is the second to last one here. And then we dash under this. And to make sure to show you just how much room we have, it's a lot. Those hitboxes are very low, so don't worry about getting hit too low. Just as long as you don't dash into the bottom of the platform, you should be fine. And then you go down here. Now I'm going to show what you want to do if you don't do home on a ball. That strat I did where I dashed twice, what I called a home on a ball, you have to buffer the dash. Like, you have to buffer it. Do not spam the dash button. Just buffer the dash and then wall jump. And make sure you wall jump. Your first dash is late enough off the platform. Otherwise it won't work. So if you have soul, which we do have soul, usually you should have soul here, but if you do have soul, what you're going to want to do is just stall. This will only lose 0.05, so almost nothing. And then just do this. And with this, again, I'll show what this looks like. You can actually go too fast and hit that laser. So make sure the laser I'm talking about is this one. Make sure you don't hit this one right here. You can actually go too fast and hit that. So make sure you don't go too fast. But yeah, if you don't have soul and you don't want to do homo no ball, the play is just this, jump over, and then go like that. But it's actually losing a decent amount of time. And the homo ball version, like this, is perfectly fine. It's really easy. So anyway, after we do this room, we run over here. When we get to this, our maximum fall speed to show you here. Oops. Here is it's kind of scuffed because of this other menu that is on top of it. But our maximum fall speed is 20.8. Shoot, it just never works, does it? Anyway, it's 21 something. But the maximum speed we're gonna get on this conveyor is slightly lower. So what we're gonna do is this instantly puts us at 20 speed, and we're gonna get to 21 by letting go of it. So to let go of it, just press down or press away from the wall. I like to press down because you don't have to worry about you'll always be as far right as possible. So grab this wall and instantly let go of it by pressing down, and then go here. That's just a really minor optimization. Sorry for like the poor explanation. Anyway, after you pick up this, you're gonna quit out. I will bench short because it takes longer to quit out. And we're gonna go to Dirtmouth because we benched here right before we got Lantern. After you get off this, instantly C dash to the right, cancel it like just past this hut between like this hut and Tiso, then just hold right. Then turn left as we're falling. Normally you won't actually move to the left. This is just debug, so it's messed up. And then instantly C dash. This room you can actually go too fast and hit this tick tick if you inventory dropped. You can actually hit this tick tick, so make sure you don't go too fast. Or just inventory drop on the right side of this drop, but always do middle drop here. Don't do right drop because these Gruzzers drop spits and you can have a way higher chance of getting hit if you drop on the right side to one of the spits. So always go middle here. Then just hop into the low zone. Here we're just gonna weave around this. And then make sure you inventory drop, otherwise you can get a hard fall there. Then C dash. Cancel here and just dash out of the room. It's actually pretty easy. Then this is the fog cannon cross or acid skip. The fastest movement is you're just gonna dash twice and then hold left until you get to the C dash. Oops, sorry. I don't know why I'm messing this up. And then just walk left and then do this. It's not as hard as it looks. It's actually very easy. It's not a super precise trick. All you have to do is just walk off this platform and you have a really big window to just press C dash. It's worth noting that you can actually be too high. If you press C dash on literally the first frame you touch this wall, you'll be too high. That wasn't even the first frame. You need to actually press it on the first frame possible. And you can actually be too high and bonk this little hitbox that peaks down right here. So just be aware of that. If you actually press it, you should never really press it that early though. Just like hit it here. Very big window. I say as I mess it up, but yeah. Anyway, after you get to here, we'll jump up and then just fall and then fall like this. This is trinomi drop. Just do basically as I do. Oh my gosh, what went wrong? I don't actually know what went wrong. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. And that's what it looks like, basically, optimally. There's one other version that includes an extra inventory drop at the top, but it's a bit difficult, so I wouldn't recommend it. But anyway, just practice exactly what you saw before. I'll try to do it one more time. You can cling to this wall if you want, so that you don't have to worry about getting hit by that jellyfish there. For this room, neutral dash, up slash, dash again, and then just land here and C dash. And then sometimes you'll hit this guy as long as you cancel like in between these two jellyfish, or like I use this plant sometimes as a visual cue. I usually right after I hit this guy. I'll just show you what happens when you hit this guy. This is what you want to do. Just dash out of the room. Then for this room, dash, and then as soon as you land on that little square platform, you dash to get your dash, so you can dash twice, and just dash 4 times. Yes, by the way, some people will tell you for that C dash through the little jellies in the last room, some people tell you, oh, you could get C dash glitch where you'll accidentally, so there's a bug in the game where sometimes your C dash, when you hit an enemy that you should just kill and keep going, sometimes the enemy hits you instead. It's not intentional. For some reason it just happens though. That is literally extremely rare, and this is faster movement. So just do this. If it does happen, it doesn't even matter that much because your health is not that big of a deal going into Uumuu. As long as you like you really shouldn't be dying to Uumuu. It's a pretty straightforward boss, and yeah, anyway, it's actual free RNG, so don't worry about that. Anyway, you enter here. You see dash to the right. There's a bench up there if you want to take it. This is the movement if your like health is really low or something. You don't actually need the dash. You can just wall jump after the pogo and then do this. But normally you don't take the bench. You just C dash to here. So the movement here is you're gonna jump. This is kind of a precise dash to get over that guy, but just have to practice it. Make sure you can look at the hitbox for the ceiling to see like where you're supposed to dash over it. If not, you can just wait for it. You can just wait for him to go and then go. Then here, there's two ways to do this movement. There's the fast way and the slow way. The fast way requires a damage tank, so I don't do it if I'm not on 5 health. But this is the fast way, like that. And the slower way, both of them you should inventory drop, by the way. I don't know why I didn't inventory drop. This is the slow way. Oops, sorry. Normally you would just go like that, and then just C dash to the right. Anyway, okay. So now that Uumuu's dead, we won't have to worry about him anymore. Oops. So now that Uumuu's dead, we're going to try to hit a wall cling storage here. There's a good setup here. So wait till Uumuu is about to pop, and when he pops, you're gonna dash and just slide down this wall until you get to like halfway down the gate, and then just wall jump and dash to the gate, and you can wall cling storage. And you can actually use the wall cling storage so that you don't have to C dash at the bottom. Like that. And then what we're gonna do is hold right, dash, dash, jump. And you can sometimes do 3 wall jumps on the first wall, and that's what it looks like. If you don't want to do this, it can be scary. You can just grab the wall and just C dash across normally, but that is the fastest way to do that. It will save time. I grab the wall there and dash off of it to line up my position for Coral. And yeah. So, entering Monomon is exactly the same as Lurian. Just do this. And again, kill Monomon in the middle. I don't know if it saves time, but it can't hurt. I've heard it saves time from some people, so it's best to just do it in the middle because it obviously won't lose time. So yeah, now that you've killed Monomon, this next part is probably the hardest segment of the run. So yeah, this is where a lot of runs come to die. It's also after Uumuu, which is like a really nerve-wracking part of the run because you want to try to 2-cycle. Anyway, so you wake up and you will have 0 soul because you just 2-cycled Uumuu, hopefully. So you will actually lose your dash if you try to do this. I can't dash right now, see? So there's a way to avoid this. There's 2 ways to do this. So first, you can either wall jump off here and tap the top of that container, and then you'll get your dash back and you can dash either way. Or if you miss the top of the container, you can dash right. Oops, apologies. If you miss the top of the container, you can dash right and then grab this wall and dash left. Either way, the visual cue for how low, how you'll know that your C dash isn't gonna hit, is see how my eye is like literally touching, the bottom of my eye has to be touching this or lower. And then you can C dash across and you won't be too high. Anyway, this is the movement for leaving. You can hit this big jelly. It's worth noting that if you do hit this big jelly, don't hit him if he's like actually touching this right wall, because otherwise he won't get shot up and he'll actually curve around and hit you. So make sure that when you do hit the big jelly, he's not on the right, or like on that right platform. Then you're just gonna go here and leave. Then C dash. Here, you're just gonna dash left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then start swinging. You can start swinging from really far away. And then up slash, you can actually ceiling boost there, and then mini hop into this next room. Ideally, you don't want to like re-land on the ledge, but okay. So this is QGA. This is the hardest skip in the run. There's an alternate route where you go around through Deep Nest, but I will not be teaching that, mostly because I don't actually know it, and I'm just teaching the optimal route. I've never learned the Deep Nest route. It's up to you if you want to learn it, but this is the QGA route. This is the most optimal route. It saves about 40 seconds over the other one. So for this skip, what you're going to want to do is dash in and mini hop. You do not want to do a big hop. Some beginners will like do a big hop. That's bad, and the reason it's bad is because you have more fall speed going into the trick, so it's harder to time your dash. So basically what you want to do is just mini hop and dash, and then try to get a C dash here. And this is what the trick looks like. Oops, I messed it up. Yeah, this is a very difficult trick. Anyway, this is a very good height. You can tell like the top of my head is almost as high as the ceiling. This is what I usually use. If the top of your head's like almost as high as the ground, that's pretty good. And then you can wall jump out and dash. Again, if you're too high, like there, I would jump back up. There, I jump back up. There, I jump back up. There, I'm good. I probably should have jumped back up there. This is a really low height. You can see that my head is not even close to the ground, and half of my eyeball is in the acid, so it's going to be really hard to time this, but I still got it. It was probably frame perfect. But yeah, you can always still get it if you get the C dash. It's just really difficult. Some people, I recommend not slamming because there's not really a visual cue or an audio cue for that. It's also slower to slam into the wall, so I recommend just canceling it before you get to here like that. Some people find it easier to cancel even earlier, a dash like that. It's really up to you, but the fastest version is like this, cancel earlier and get to here, and then just keep dashing. And once you get to here, this is the start of the trap bench segment, and this is arguably one of the hardest segments in the run. So the first room is very easy, straightforward. You're just going to C dash, up slash this guy and move left, and then C dash again. Then these spikes, by the way, won't hit you. They don't have a hitbox, so like see, they go right through me. You don't have to worry about the spikes these guys shoot. Then go up to here and C dash. This guy you can hit twice if you need to. This is how you do it. And then you just inventory drop here, and now we're going into arguably the hardest room in the entire run. Other than like the boss fights are pretty difficult, but this is probably the hardest room in the entire run. So I'm just going to save state here so I can do it multiple times. Normally you're just going to hold your C dash into this room, but the strat here is pretty difficult. I'm just going to do it once, and it didn't work. Sometimes you won't get a double on that guy. It's very annoying. And then you're going to fall into these spikes, and it'll respawn you here. And that is the room. So let me explain really quick. What you're going to want to do is I use a visual cue here. I actually use the right one of like these two like vertical lines. I press the button at the right one. And then I will jump, pogo, left slash, and fireball. Try not to left slash and fireball instantly. Or like, don't do the fireball instantly after the left slash. I try to delay it a little bit. But it just takes a lot of practice to get the feel for. I still am not 100% consistent at it, and I'm second place. But anyway, that's the strat for the first one. Then there's multiple strats for the second one. As soon as you kill the first one, you're going to land here, and the safe strat is to fireball at the height of the basket, then dash back into the wall jump, and fireball again, even higher. The harder strat, which we call Rhino Petras, because Rhino found it, is to fireball twice, and the first fireball should actually miss the first Petra, and then the second fireball should double the first Petra, and both of them will hit the second one once. Like that. And that'll always work. It's consistent, it's just pretty difficult to do. Just practice that a lot. This is one of my most practiced rooms in the entire run. It's extremely difficult. This hazard warp down here is actually not that hard. I kind of just jump here and then just dash left and go, and it pretty much, that's not gonna work. Oh, it did. As you can see, it's very lenient. This is what the hitbox for it is. If you touch this blue box, and you can even be a little bit left sometimes, but as long as you touch like this anywhere in this blue box when you die, you're gonna get the hazard warp. So yeah, just try to hit this. It's pretty straightforward. Sometimes you can choke it. Everyone's choked it in some run before, but oops. Then you're gonna do 2 wall jumps, swing, neutral, up slash, and then yeah. The next room is pretty easy. You just you just jump and then dash, turn left and grab this wall, then forward slash, up slash this last guy. And I'll demonstrate the whole room one more time. You don't need to forward slash, up slash. You can just up slash him if you want. I just like the forward slash, up slash for more soul. And then C dash into the next room. And just basically do as I do in this room. And C dash. And I will explain a bit more. There's a lot of neutral dashing, so get used to like letting go of left when you dash sometimes. But overall, the room is not too difficult. There's a lot of soul hits you can get, but so basically, again, to start, you pretty much always want to hit this guy. You can up slash there. You want to like neutral dash to get onto here. Neutral dash this, and then the way you know is if you have to wait. You sometimes have to wait for some of these Petras to move upward because sometimes they're in your way. If this guy, if you have to wait for him, you won't be able to see dash. You have to dash out of the room. If he is in the way, or if he's not in the way, like here, I didn't have to wait for him at all. I can see dash, and I'll make it out fine. That's how you know. Then here, you just pogo dash. This guy will always be there. Then dash inventory, do this movement. Then here, we're gonna mini hop, slash this guy, and move away. Then inventory drop here. So the lineup for this inventory drop, you kind of just want to be like halfway in the spikes. You don't actually have to like move into the spikes and do the inventory drop like that. It's completely unnecessary. What you can do is just get close to the spot, and then once you get close to the spot, after you drop past the spikes, you can move a bit more to the left, so you don't have to risk that. After you move a bit more to the left, and then you can inventory drop, and then you just mini hop into the end. Here, grab this left wall, instantly inventory drop. This is the movement. Again, this is a bit incorrect what I just did. You're gonna want to mini hop, and then oops, this guy won't spawn normally. Mini hop off of here. Oops. Mini hop off of here so that you dodge that, and then inventory drop, dash left, inventory drop, and then cancel it early so that you can do that and dash over that last guy. As a bit scuffed execution there, but this is what you want him to do. Dash left twice and C dash off of this thing. This is a very straightforward room. The next room is a bit more difficult because you can get hit by the last spider, but you want to cancel it here. Then wall jump. You want to weave into here and land here, and then you're just going to do a neutral dash and you'll ceiling boost. This guy, you just want to go past as fast as possible. That's all there really is to it. You can also just completely ignore him sometimes if you just go like that. But yeah, you can usually get like a pogo on him. Sometimes he'll just be in a terrible position. You want to like not get hit. It's really bad to get hit anywhere in this full split. Because you have to damage tank not only the Thorns and Queen's Gardens, but you also have to damage tank 2 Devouts. You don't have to damage tank 2 Devouts, but it's optimal too. You can lose varying amounts of time depending on how much. So you want to have full soul going into this. Poke that last spider multiple times if you need to, if you don't already have full soul. But yeah, go into here. So now we're going into Beastin', one of the harder parts of the run. It's also kind of RNG based. unfortunately, at the end of the run, but it is a very fun segment, so I recommend practicing it a lot. There's a lot of different strats you can do, and it really depends on how risky you want to take it. But I will show you the optimal strats, and then some strats that are less optimal, but also safer. So, to start, we're going to dash, and then mini hop, and go here. 1, 2, 3, up, forward slash, up slash, forward slash, fireball. Hello? Anyway, I don't know. I will show it one more time. You shouldn't have infinite soul. Okay, now I have a normal amount of soul. Dash, dash, dash. When you get to here, you're going to fireball 3 times. Then when he opens, you're going to forward slash, and then up slash and walk into him. Then nail twice when he's swinging at you, and you'll be invincible. The reason you damage tank is because he does 2 damage, and you want a damage tank to only take 1. He'll do 2 you do 2 nail hits, and then fireball. So 1, 2, 3. Nail, 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 fireball. And it looks like I have 1 nail damage. Let me fix that real quick. He should normally die from that, but my nail's only dealing 1 damage. How do I change that? Nail damage. L. No, okay. There. 5 nail damage. So normally he would have died from this. I'll show one more time. And let me make sure my nail damage is good. Oops. How do I mess it up? It is a really straightforward kill. I kind of just brain farted there. But I'll show you one more time. Nail, up slash. And yeah, that's what you want to do. If you don't want to do the up slash, you can forward slash twice and then dash. It's just a tiny bit slower. You also want to delay your first 2 slashes so that you are fully like moving into him, because if you do them too early, you'll actually parry and lose time. It's not going to mess up the quick kill, but it does lose time to parry because you get a lot of freeze frames. Anyway, the movement here is 2 wall jumps, or 3 wall jumps, and you wiggle like that. Then you're going to want to mini hop and dash over the spider. Now, this is kind of a risky dash to do. As you see, I just messed it up. But you can do that. C dashing is good anywhere to the left of this. If you're to the left of this, C dashing is faster. Or it breaks even about right here. If you're anywhere left, it's really RNG based because of where the spiders are, but you can normally just do this dash. I recommend going for the dash and going a bit high, because if you accidentally go too high, you have time to like recover and like pogo or whatever, but it's actually pretty easy with some practice to get, and then get over these spiders without taking damage. C dash here, or just dash. If you make it all the way to like this platform and the spiders won't let you C dash, just like keep dashing. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then do that and go to the left. Then the movement here is actually pretty worth practicing. The 5th wall jump, you're going to go to the right wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then dash under, and then neutral dash here, and go like that. Then this spider is probably the worst one down here. If he's really low, there's like a million things that can go wrong. But if he's like really low, hold on. First of all, it's worth noting that these spiders can turn around randomly with no visual cue, and also which way they shoot their spit is or they choose which way they're shooting their spit based on where you are, not when they lit up to shoot the spit. It's a lot later. So like you'll see. Anyway, you can sometimes do that and get up. Otherwise, you have to like try to wall jump under him. There's like a lot of things that can go wrong, but let me just heal. Anyway, so don't get hit by the spider at all costs. If you do get hit, you will always get hit into these spikes and take 2 damage instead. But the strat I try to do most of the time is either pogo and then do that, or if he's high, hopefully he will go high so I can demonstrate. He is high often, you can just do 1 wall jump and just pogo dash. This works for a lot of situations. Just, oops, go up, 1 wall jump, pogo dash, and then go up here. For this, there's a couple strats. If he's not there, you can do this, and sometimes you'll get hit if that happens, but you can try to go like that or something. If he's really low, you can do this Giga Chad strat where you try to pogo him, but it's very, very risky. It's almost never worth doing in a run, but you can try to do that. But yeah, the safest thing is to just go to the right wall and just go up. Then for this, break the floor and mini hop. This last spider, the idea with a lot of them, but specifically the most for this one, is just wall jump under him on the same wall he's on. Oops. And see, you'll get up perfectly fine. Just right under him, and you'll pogo on the way up. And you normally want to have almost full soul by now. If you don't, you can get 2 hits from this guy. You want to wait till you're on the edge of this platform, dash, pogo dash, and then turn around and get 1 more hit. Excuse me. Then once you get up here, you're going to do this devout kill exactly the same way as the other one. If you are on 1 health, do not worry, there is another devout kill, but it is slightly slower. This is why it's unoptimal to tank, or to not have at least 2 health here. So you want to at least have 3 health going to beast in. My PB has 2. It's perfectly fine to go in with 2. I still got a 32. But I also didn't get hit a single time in beast in other than my intentional damage tanks. This is I'll show you the damageless strat for if you want to kill a devout without taking damage. So what you're gonna do, nail hit, dash away, then no fireball now. Oops, well, I don't have nail damage again. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't fireball him 3 times at the start. Ignore me. You want to fireball him 3 times at the start and then do what I just did. So excuse me on that mistake. Let me resume by going back up to this devout and killing him properly. Anyway. Fireball, fireball, fireball. Nail, nail. No, fireball, nail. Hello? Oh, I have one nail damage now. Okay, but that will kill him, I promise you. Don't worry. The visual cue, if you kill him all the way on the left, you can do a C-dash here. If not, you just dash. The visual cue for when you can Dream No Hera is right under this candle, so right where I'm standing right here. And you can Dream No Hera from here. Those 2 candles that are next to each other. And then Hera, again, is exactly the same, although Hera's hitbox is a bit bigger, so you can do your first nail slash a bit earlier. Again, Absorber in the middle. Okay, so now that we have done this, we can't actually go to the left here on 1-2-1 because the devout respawns. We have to go back to the right. It's worth knowing how to break this Geo Rock because it's actually, there's a really fast strat to do it. So what you do is when you respawn from here, you're gonna dash, 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 then, oops. You're gonna hit once, and then jump, and then inventory drop after you break it, and you'll get like between like 10 and 20. You can usually get like 15 if you do it perfectly. But yeah, break, or you can actually go stand over on it if you want. There's a lot of ways to break it, but just hit it 3 times, then inventory drop on the 3rd, like as soon as you hit it the 3rd time. You see, if you want to check, my PB does it. I'm sure you can find some other people who do it. Pests might, but I know for sure my personal best does it. My 3252. So anyway, this movement is the same, although sometimes he moves over, and this is just basically RNG. So normally that won't happen though. Again, the devout is owning me for the sake of the tutorial. Thank you very much. But you normally you'll just go over him. For this movement, you want to dash inventory, dash, dash, jump and inventory here, dash left. And you obviously shouldn't take damage on the way out. You should exit with 5 health, and normally 3 hits. 2 from the devout, 1 from the just leftover from before. On the devout quick kill. So for this, you want to dash, jump, 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 dash. That is the fastest way to go through that room. And then we're going to do another quick tool. Hold down, and then repress down, wait till it's on the ground, go. And that'll save a bit of time. Back to the dialogue. 1 down again for the stag. And let's just make our way to THK. Same movement in here, except we don't hit the lever. Oh, sorry, it's a C dash. Same visual cue for canceling too. I canceled a bit early, but you want to cancel like around where I'm standing. And then you pause here, and then you want to unpause dash, and then go here. This prevents the hard fall. You don't do this on the way to Uumuu because we're C dashing instantly, but for here we need a dash so we can get over here and C dash here. And then we just gotta make our way into THK. And then C dash. And then I will break the chains, and I will not be showing THK either because you can again watch Fireborn's tutorial. He has a really good tutorial on how to do THK. So once you cancel it, you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit this last one as far right as you can, and then you're going to dash only once to the right, and then hit the chain. So dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, 4. And yeah, so that will conclude my 80% tutorial. Thank you all for watching. I hope this helps you out if you're new, if you're intermediate. These are most of the fastest strats in the whole run. And yeah, maybe in the future there will be another 80% tutorial, maybe from me, maybe not from me. I will probably not make another one, but if somehow we get like an enormous amount of strats, the category has gotten pretty far at this point, and PES is taking it really to its limits. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. And I will leave some links in the description for other resources and for the boss fights by Fireborn. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later.